Hi, my name is Zeyuan, and in this video I want to introduce one of my hobbies, which is the FPV racing quadcopter. FPV stands for first person view, and for this hobby the whole system contains three main components. The first one is the remote controller. We use this remote to control our aircraft. And the second one is the FPV goggles, which can transmit real-time video feed from the aircraft, and while we are flying, we watch the videos in the goggles to control the aircraft. And the last one is the quadcopter. This is an amazing hobby, however there's still some limitations with it, so I want to design a product that can solve this limitation. One major issue with this hobby is that it's hard to learn at first. Unlike those DJI drones, which is highly intelligent and integrative, this racing quad depends a lot on the control of the pilot, and usually they are flying in full manual mode. So to get better in control the aircraft, the pilots needs a lot of practice, and sometimes it's hard to get good shots even if the pilots already know how to fly the aircraft. So this makes this hobby really hard to get into, and sometimes people quit because they cannot get the video footage they desired. So that's why I came up with the idea that I want to integrate an eyeball tracking system into the FPV goggles. Right now, the eyeball tracking is usually used in FPS gaming, flying simulator, or even the helmet of the Air Force fighter jets. Once eyeball tracking is integrated in the FPV goggles, I want the system to help the pilot in operating the quadcopter. For example, if I want to follow a car, I can just move my eyeball towards the car and the quadcopter will turn itself towards the car automatically. So this new system will contain three main steps to accomplish my goal. First is the eyeball tracking system capture the movement of the eyeball and send the signal to the flight controller. Once the flight controller receives the signal, it will calculate the corresponding movement and send signal to the ESCs, which is a component that controls the RPM of the motors. In the end, when motor receives signal from the ESC, the RPM will change and lead the quadcopter to the desired direction where the pilot is looking at. However, since this is a whole new system, there are some difficulties that might face in the inventing process. First is the accuracy of the eye tracking system. We need a high accuracy in the system because usually quadcopters flies really fast and sometimes in a tight space. To prevent the quadcopter flies into objects, the eye tracking system needs to be accurate enough. Second is the size of the new system. It needs to be integrated into the goggles and have to be portable because sometimes FPV pilots bring their equipment into mountains or woods to get good shots. And the last difficulty is the coding for the flight controller. Since the system operates the quads towards a new flying direction automatically, engineers need to write codes in the flight controller because right now for racing quads, flight controller controls the quad based on the input from our remote control. In the end, I want my target customer to be people who want to get into this hobby, since this new system can make the quadcopter more intelligent and easier to operate. Also, some filmmaker who wants to get good shots in a more convenient way can consider this new system as well. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I include a short clip of my recent flying in the end. Please enjoy. I wanna have control. I want a perfect balance.